I had the short one, and this year it's opposite, but I'll do what I can. So good evening, everybody, and thank you, Joanna and Larry, for the honor to be asked back to speak to our distinguished recipients. But I don't know if I'll be able to make it back next year, should I be asked. You see, I don't know how much time I have left. I'm turning 30 this year. I've talked to doctors, but they told me it's out of their hands. They've given me 3, maybe 4 months to party. I've started by making my mission to rock out this white Miami Vice blazer. But there's just so much more I wanted to do, you know? Oh well, but at the time I do have, I can do my best to let you know how huge this evening is. And to do that, I'd like to take you on a bit of a journey. The year is 1994. It's grade 8 at St. Gregory Elementary School. I was in the popular crowd, directing the school play, and active in basketball. However, with the addition of a few new students, that landscape changed, and I became the target of daily torture. For months that felt like years, I sat in class as garbage was thrown at me, along with verbal abuse and laughter. Gym class was a free-for-all of everybody against me. Recess was dreaded for fear of being jumped. My teacher was oblivious. My vice principal consoled my parents by saying, he's not going to make it past high school. That's where the line was drawn. My parents taught me how to fight back. Yes, with my fists, but also with my mind. They built this confidence and drive in me that still hasn't found any signs of slowing down. I took the negativity surrounding me and smothered it. It became nothing more than an afterthought as I focused on making myself better. I trained my body and my brain to immerse myself in positivity and knowledge. I knew high school was going to be a wild time because after only a few months I saw a showcase of students just like me that didn't settle for the norm. The showcase was called the Youth Salute. And I did everything possible to meet the standard they set. In grade 12, my guidance counselor told me that I was chosen as a recipient. All the pain of my past and the grueling work up to that moment became one triumphant eruption inside of me. It was a good thing that I worked so hard in high school, because university would prove to be another 5-year battle. It's an entirely new way of thinking that pushes you to find out how you can sustain a stress you've never felt before. But it branded these words into my head. If you want to be a champion, you've got to live like a champion. Immediately out of school, again, I just had to fuel these drives that were inside of me. In addition to my computer science degree, I pursued the visual arts, became a teacher of English to speakers of other languages, nationally certified tennis and dragon boat instructor, worked at my community center, and founded what would become the Storm group of companies, Storm Applied Technologies, Eco Party Adventures, and the Fusion Factory interactive dance parties. So that's just a glimpse of what your life can be. Or it could be, who knows? But don't take my word for it. Tonight we have 2 more alumni in the audience, from last year actually. Watch this. Christopher Johnson, where are you, Chris? I saw you back there. There you are. He's got his hand up back there. Chris volunteered to manage the sound at Storm Group's free festival, Storming the Island. And now he's enrolled in software engineering at the University of Regina. Dave Carnegie. Dave, can you give everybody a little bit of a wave? Dave also volunteered at Storming the Island. Plus, he's the recipient of the prestigious Hill Ivy School of Business Scholarship. He's organized a hockey tournament in his hometown. Oh, and there was this other little thing. He was an Olympic torchbearer. This all happened in 1 year, ladies and gentlemen. So naturally, there's only one thing I could do. I hired them both. In particular, Chris is undergoing elite training at our office to take over my job as head DJ at the Fusion Factory. Recipients, we welcome you. We're watching and we can't wait to see you up here. And before I close, I just have to tell you one more thing. On January 20th, 2010, Joanna called me to ask me to speak again. On January 21st, I received an email that I swear had to be destiny. It was entitled, "For Schools Everywhere." This is it right here. And it read as follows. Bill Gates recently gave a speech at a high school about 11 things they did not and will not learn in school. He talks about how feel-good, politically correct teachings created a generation of kids with no concept of reality, and how this concept set them up for failure in the real world. If you'll indulge me, these are the rules. Rule 1. Life is not fair. Get used to it. Rule 2, the world doesn't care about your self-esteem. The world will expect you to accomplish something before you feel good about yourself. 3, you will not make $60,000 a year right out of high school. You won't be a vice president with a car phone until you earn both. 4, if you think your teacher is tough, wait till you get a boss. 5, flipping burgers is not beneath your dignity. Your grandparents had a different word for burger flipping. They called it opportunity. Rule 6, if you mess up, it's not your parents' fault, so don't whine about your mistakes. Learn from them. Rule 7, before you were born, your parents weren't as boring as they are now. They got that way from paying your bills, cleaning your clothes, and listening to you talk about how cool you think you are. So before you save the rainforest from the parasites of your parents' generation, try delousing the closet in your own room. 8, your school may have done away with winners and losers, but life has not. In some schools, they've abolished failing grades, and they'll go to you as many times as you want to get the right answer. This doesn't bear the slightest resemblance to anything in real life. Rule 9, life is not divided into semesters. You don't get summers off, and very few employers are interested in helping you find yourself. Do that on your own time. 10, television is not real life. In real life, people actually have to leave the coffee shop to go to jobs. Lastly, Rule 11, be nice to nerds. Chances are you'll end up working for one. Are you sure? As a businessman, I understand exactly where Mr. Gates is coming from. However, as a person with more than a grade 5 education, I am insulted to be in the same industry as him. Here's why. A tip for Mr. Gates. Before using negative reinforcement combined with contempt to categorize every young person on the planet, meet the recipients of the youth salute. Recipients, like I said, this email came across my desk for a reason. The reason is simple. Recipients, the entire journey that I have lived had to happen for me so I could stand on my own. So I could meet Dave and Chris. And so I could understand that genius, Bill Gates. But more importantly, it had to happen so I could be here tonight to humbly attempt to speak to your journey and success. So that everyone here would understand the brevity of what we've all been through together. Make no mistake, no matter what any naysayer or Microsoft board member says, you are here for a reason. You have accomplished what very few can. And in the words of one of my favorite authors, Maya Angelou, you did not play small. You let your own light shine, and as you sit there, you are unconsciously giving other people permission to do the same. You've worked hard to be here, and the future holds many more challenges and successes waiting to be unraveled. But when those negative temptations surface, know that temptation gives us a means of self-evaluation. No matter where life takes you, please don't forget the person you are right now, and never let that person be swayed. Recipients, I am proud to welcome you to the fraternity of the Youth Salute and excited to see what you will accomplish next. The world better watch out. Now, by the way, if you're graduating this year and you're looking for the best grad party ever, call my company. Thank you very much for your time, everyone. Enjoy the evening. I cannot wait to meet each one of you personally. And everyone, please join me in celebrating our recipients.